Hey, I'm Jenn Pansa, yoga teacher and wellness expert, and I'm really excited to share with you this flow today, which is our after active yoga class. This class is designed for you to do anytime after you've done something sweaty and something active. It's going to be a delicious flow of deep stretches, opening your body and preventing you from getting any injuries. This is really important for you to do as an athlete, and I'm so excited to take you through this short 20-minute class. We will be using blocks in this class, but if you don't have blocks, that's okay. Just grab a water bottle or some books, and you can use them as we go throughout the flow. When you're ready, let's get started on your mat. We'll begin by taking a nice wide-legged stance. Go ahead and turn your toes in and your heels out. Take your hands to your hips, take a big breath. And as you exhale, start to lean forward, feeling those toes start to turn in, feeling a nice deep stretch into the back line of your body. You can shake your head out. And as you breathe deeply, open into the back of your hamstrings. Shift the weight into your toes and pull your belly button in towards your spine. Take one more big breath. And a nice slow exhale. And take your time rising back up to standing. Turn your heels in and your toes out and come into a nice squat stance. Start to rock side to side and really drop into those hips. Take a deep breath and then bend your right elbow and look over your right shoulder, pulling your belly button towards your spine. Come back to center and to the other side. It's really beneficial to do these deep twists after any exercise, as your spine likes to move in all four directions. Oftentimes, twists are the ones that get most neglected. Couple more. Great, and then come back to center and sink it really deep. Turn your fingertips in, sink low into those hips. Take a little rock from side to side and really open the inner thighs. And take your time coming back up to standing with your arms lifting and then bringing yourself down to center. Awesome. Turning your right toes in, you're gonna extend your left toes nice and long. Try to even your hips and extend the arms nice and wide. As you start to reach forward, take a long breath and bring your hand right to the inner part of your shin. You can stay here or you can grab your block and you rest your hand right on your block. Try to pivot your chest towards the sky and start to open into your side body. Take a couple deep breaths and feel that deep stretch. Good, and then slowly bring it back up. We're gonna switch to the other side, turning your toes in. Your right toes extending forward, and we'll do the other side. Breathing in, and then twisting your chest up towards the sky. One more deep breath here. Great, and then moving the block back off of your mat, coming back to center. Nice and easy, doing a shoulder stretch. Bring your right arm across, draw your shoulder down and back, and open into the out of your shoulder. Keep your breath slow and steady. Take your time, switching to the other side. Great, and then back to center. Clasp your hands behind your back, opening your shoulders for a big stretch. And then exhale, dive over your toes, squeezing your shoulder blades together. If it's too tight for your hands, you can always grab a t-shirt or a towel to help you open in your shoulders. Keep your chest reaching forward and the crown of your head working towards the floor. 2 more big breaths. Lean a little more in your toes and pull the navel in towards the spine. Beautiful. From here, release your fingertips down to the floor. Lift up for a flat back and start to spiral your way over to the left side of your mat. Find length as you inhale and then exhale, lower it down. You can stay here coming into your lizard lunge, or if you want to take it deeper, you can put your elbows on that block or come all the way down to the ground. Take a few deep breaths and work right into that hip. Great. Take your time, come back up nice and easy, and then slowly lift your back knee. You're going to spiral your way all the way back to the other side of the mat and lower it down. You can take, again, the same variation you did on the other side. You can use a block or whatever is best for your flexibility. Perfect. Starting to slowly come up. You're going to use your blocks if you have them, and you're going to bring one hand to either side of your leg. Start to slowly straighten your front leg, drawing your right hip forward and pulling your belly button up and in. You can reach your chest towards your toes. You can stay on this high level or come down to the level that best serves your flexibility. Take deep breaths into your hamstrings. Exhale takes you deeper. One more. And then slowly start to bend your front knee, placing both hands to your front knee, maybe even flattening your back foot, opening right into that front of your right hip flexor. Breathe in. And then exhale, sink it lower. Couple of times. Beautiful. Nice and easy coming into a spinal twist. Your right hand roots, left arm up to the sky. Feel that long, big twist. Maybe even reaching your left hand around behind your back, opening the chest to the sky. And start to slowly release, coming back to center. Tuck your back toes. Lift it up. Take your blocks with you back to the other side. We'll find that same flow here. So go ahead and start straightening your leg, coming into that half splits on this side again. Draw that right hip back, lengthening your spine as you inhale, and then exhale, start to hinge forward. Depending on your flexibility, adjust the blocks. Most important thing is that your chest is reaching towards your shin, and that navel is pulling in towards the spine. Breathe. Great. Then slowly start to bend that front knee, flattening the back foot, both hands to that front leg. Inhale, expand, and exhale, sink into the stretch. So good. 2 more times. Great. Then slowly take your time, moving the blocks again off to the side. Lifting your back knee up, tucking your back toes, and turning slightly forward. Your back heel to the floor, both feet are at a 45-degree angle. You're going to sink into your hips, opening into that inner groin. Take a couple breaths, sinking down, keeping your chest lifting up nice and high. And again, if this is too low for you, you can always use a block to stay up a little higher. And then take your time. You're going to switch your feet the opposite direction, breathing in and sinking it down. Keep a smile on your face, as that's always really fun. Great. Coming back to center. One more time, turning those toes in and your heels out. Nice big stretch, forward bend. You're feeling your muscles nice and relaxed now, starting to fully open. Shake your head, yes. Shake it, no. Take your time lengthening it up. And we're going to make our way back to the top of the mat. Take your time pushing into a high push-up position. Look forward as you inhale and then lower down to your belly as you exhale. Inhale, lift for an upward facing dog. Nice big stretch on your back, softening your shoulders. Pull the chest forward, breathe. Then maybe look over your right shoulder, left shoulder. Expanding as you inhale. And then take it back for a nice child's pose, sinking your hips towards your heels and your hands right by your feet. Take a couple breaths to just ground here. Softening your energy. Stretch your knees, your ankles. And very slowly start to make your way up. Take your time to lift up and start to tuck your toes under. Very gently sinking your weight down onto your heels. Whew, this is always a fun one. Feel that deep stretch in your toes. Then start to reach your right hand down, left arm over your head, big side body stretch. Relax your neck, your jaw, your face. And then back to center to the other side. And then all the way forward, back onto all fours, stretch out those toes. Draw your right wrist back, your fingertips towards your body. Option 1, you can stay here. Option 2, you can make your left hand like an L and place it on the wrist and press your hips back towards your heels. Good, release that. That's always a fun one too. Stretching all the places we forget. The left fingertips back, breathing in, using that right hand like an L. Sink your hips towards your heels. And release, little spiral of those wrists. And then come forward as you inhale, lowering your hips, another nice big back bend, open into your chest. And nice and easy, lower all the way down to your belly. Come onto your elbows and bend your back leg. Reaching for your back foot, take a deep breath. As you exhale, sink your foot towards your sits bone. Follow your breath. Exhaling, take it deeper. And the more flexible you are, the more that you're going to start to feel that heel align with the outside of your right hip. Couple more breaths. Great, and then we're going to switch sides. If you can find alignment with your exhales, you'll create what's called dynamic flexibility, which is allowing your muscles to function at their optimal level. Great, take your time slowly coming back up. Plant your hands by your ribs. One more up dog, can't get enough of those. And then nice and easy, slowly take it back, your hips right over your heels. Walk your fingertips forward and feel your chest and your chin reaching towards the ground. A nice big stretch in your lats and your shoulders, and feel your whole front body open. Use your exhale breath to sink deeper. And then take your time coming back up onto all fours. Slowly cross your ankles and make your way to a seated position, bringing your feet together and your knees apart. Take a long, big breath, opening into the chest, stretch to the sky, and then opening the knees wide, your chest and your chin reaching towards the floor in front of you. Find length in your body, and then exhale, take it deeper. One more breath. Great. Coming back up, extend your left leg nice and long and pull your foot in towards your inner groin. Inhale your arms up and then tip over to the side so you're taking those deep breaths into the back of the leg. Finding that slow exhale going deep into your hamstring. You can stay here, you can reach for your foot, or if you're not quite there yet, that's okay, you can reach for the shin or the ankle as well, no problem. You'll also feel a nice deep stretch in the outside of your side body. That is awesome. Great, and then back up nice and easy. We're gonna switch sides, extending that right leg long, pulling the left leg in, arms again rise. And then we're tipping over, again, reaching for the ankle, the shin, or wherever feels best for you. Breathe in, lift, and then exhale, stretch into that side body. Awesome. Back to center, lifting up, facing backwards now on your mat. Sit up nice and tall, and start to slowly roll down all the way to your back. Reach your arms up, and notice how good it feels to relax onto the floor. Finding our last few cool down stretches. We're going to make sure you're centered on your mat, of course, and then coming into a happy baby, take your hands to the outsides of your feet. Start to rock from side to side and feel your knees pushing towards your armpits. Find a deep stretch in your inner thighs. Good, and then keeping your right hand to your right foot, extend your left leg nice and long. Keep your left hand on top of your left hip, and then keep guiding that right knee down more and more towards the ground. Feel that deep stretch opening into the inner thigh, and breathe. Good, and then start to extend the legs straight up to the sky, maybe holding the back of the hamstring, back of the calf, or even reaching for the big toe if that's accessible for you. Big breath. Take it deeper. And keeping that leg nice and straight, you can start to extend it across your body, again, keeping your hand to the thigh, to the outside of the calf, or maybe even reaching to the outside of the foot, depending on your flexibility. And gazes over that right shoulder. Feel the opening in your IT bands as you breathe. You might feel a lot of sensation here, and that's okay. And then bend the knee gently and come right into that nice spinal twist. And then back to center. Give that knee a nice big squeeze into the chest. See if you can make some slow rotations, opening into any tightness that you might feel here in your hip flexor. And then nice and easy, base the left foot onto the floor. Your right leg comes up and over. And option 1, you can just gently push on the knee, keeping the right toes flexed so that you can come into a deep hip stretch. Or you can thread the needle through the hole, taking it deeper for your pigeon. Breathe. Using your exhale breath to go into all of that tightness with softness and with thoughtfulness. Great, nice and easy. Start to extend that right leg long and straight, and take the top of your hand to the inside of your foot, right hand to your right thigh, and feel that deep stretch on your inner groin. Keep pushing your knee towards the shoulder, towards the ground behind you. And nice and slow, start to straighten that leg all the way up. You can take hold of the back of the hamstring, calf, or all the way to the big toe if that's accessible for you. Try to keep that right leg down, grounding and centering in. Breathe. Slowly start to take the leg across your body. Again, taking your hand to the outside of the calf, the outside of the thigh, or maybe all the way to the outside of the foot. Breathe into the IT band. And then slowly release that foot, bending in your knee in your opposite shoulder, pushing towards the floor. Back to center. Give that knee a nice big squeeze into your chest. Little circles, again, finding any little tight spots. Base your right foot. And then draw your left foot up and over, flex your ankle, a gentle push onto that left knee, or thread the needle through the hole, taking hold of the outside of the shin, pulling the belly button in, and feeling that deep stretch on this hip. Use your exhales to go deeper. One more big breath. A final squeeze of both knees into your chest. One last little back bend, your feet to the floor, lift your hips up, shimmy those shoulder blades together for a nice big back opener. And then release down, start to extend your legs. If you have a moment to just relax here and soak up all the benefits of your workout, amazing. If not, you can go ahead and join me in closing out our practice, sitting up nice and tall. Thank you so much for taking time to honor your flexibility, your cool down, and honoring all of your athletic ability. Take a deep breath. Bowing forward, we say namaste.